I think a lot of fans want to know, because I don't know if this was kind of just something that was a bit of a rumor, but was it true about your dad confronting him on the coach?
Yes. What had happened, mate, is my dad used to come to every game, and I couldn't drive that day, so my dad put in my car, and he took me to the match, and then we used to go in players' lounge after. So we used to see players. My dad used to see players. My dad used to see players' families, and used to have a couple of beers and what have you. But for some reason, because I were on crutches, I said to my mum were there as well, and my uncle. There used to be my mum, my dad, and my uncle that used to come to games. So my mum and my uncle said, "Well, we're going to go back to the car." So I went, "Yeah, I'm coming as well." I said, "Dad, hurry up." He was just having a glass of Coke.
Was this a home game? Was this a Bramall Lane?
This was at Bramall Lane, yeah.
This is against Port Vale the next time.
November, yeah. The next time we played them in return game, which were, I think it was around about March time.
That's right. That seems about right.
Well, I were on crutches then, because I were on crutches for 19 months. So I were on crutches then, but I couldn't drive because my leg were locked out at 180 degrees, so I had no knee bend. And I'd not got an automatic car, I got a manual car.
Should have spoke to Trevor Francis.
Yeah.
I know. So my dad used to drive. So after the game finished, me, my mum, and my uncle went back to the car, and like we're both looking at watches, thinking, "Well, where's my dad? Where's my dad? I'll go and look for him. This is my uncle." So behind stand at main stand, which at South, it's called, I can't remember its name of stand, but we used to call it South Stand, didn't we? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm parked in car park, and their coaches waiting underneath that veranda type thing outside his entrance. I've seen this commotion, so I thought, "Oh my God, what's happening here?" And then I've seen my uncle like pulling my dad away. So I thought note of it. Gets him in car, he drives us home. So I went, "What happened?" He went, "Well, I jumped on coach dinner." I went, what you done?" He went, "Well, I wanted to see him, didn't I? Because he's crippled my son." So I went, "What, you went on their coach?" He went, "Yeah." He said, "But worst thing about it is I think they come prepared for it because they've got 2 security. But unbeknown to them, but everyone else knew at Bramall Lane that my dad used to work on security anyway. He used to be an old school bouncer, and he used to do personal security for a lot of big name people in 70s and 80s. So he weren't wet behind ears. And what they'd done, they'd put 2 security on at front at coach. So he walks up steps, and one of the security guys went, "What are you doing?" He went, "I'll show you what I'm doing." And he ended up punching both of them, knocking them both out, running to back at coach, confronting he didn't even have a clue who they were, these players on back at coach, confronting 4 players at back at coach, and basically pointing to every one of them saying, "One of yours crippled my son." He didn't know it was him. He didn't know who it were, but I did get told that he weren't even on coach. He'd been ushered away. So the players that he'd confronted weren't even know anything to do with it.
And they were probably bricking themselves.
He just said his mind. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He just said his mind.
Yeah.
And then I went to training on Monday morning, and Steve Thompson was manager then, Tomo. And after training, Tomo went, "What are you doing this afternoon, Dane?" And I said, "Well, I'm going to gym." He went, "Do us a favour." He said, "Can you pop down to the ground?" He said, "I need to see you in my office." I went, "Is this about Saturday?" And he went, "Well, it is, yeah, but I just need to see you. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to say it up here in front of all lads at training ground." He said, "Can you just pop down like after dinner?" I went, "Yeah." So I come down, and down to office, and there were a policeman in office, and then there were Tomo, and then there were me. I went, "What's wrong, like?" He went, he says, "When you go home today," he said, if you go to your mum and dad's, please tell your dad that he's more than welcome to come to this football club at any day at week because he did say that. He says, I've finished now. He said, if you're not playing, this is my dad's exact words, if you're not playing, then I'm not coming to the game. He said, I've done my bit. I've said my bit. That's me done now. So then this policeman, who I'm not sure if my dad got arrested on that night, or he ended up having a word with this policeman. Well, this policeman used to live 2 doors up from me at Mosbury. So he stood in office with Tom Moore, and Tom Moore said to me, he says, tell your dad that he's more than welcome to come to this football club any day a week. He's only done what any dad would do regarding the kids. He's gone, he's done something which was stupid at the time, but he's also done something from his heart. And policeman said exactly the same. He says, tell your dad that he's more than welcome to come down to this football club any day a week. And I told him that, and my dad went, he said, well, tell him, thanks very much. I did do something stupid, but I needed to, it's been burning up inside for a number of months. Do you know what I mean? And what happened to you, and also the way he dealt with it as well. And I'm talking about Gareth Ainsworth, the way he dealt with it as well. And I know you'll probably ask me about it, Nick, as well. You know what I mean? But I'll tell you, he had a lot on his mind, my dad. You know what I mean? And his frustration got better of him that night. And he did say to me, he said, I'm sorry for showing you up. I said, no, he said, you're all right. You've done what you needed to do. Do you know what I mean? He said, but that's me done now. I'm not coming to the game. But he did go on coach, and he did threaten some Port Vale players. But to this day, I don't think it was him personally, because I don't think he was on coach.